So page number 84 onwards, tool to generate ideas and solutions. So first tool to identify what can be done, what is best. First is survey. Okay, survey is expensive. Okay, it's a research method used to collect data from a predefined group of respondents. Okay, you have selected a sample. The sample size from whom you will collect the data, they should have certain characteristics. Okay, for example, let's take the survey of the population census report. Okay, so you don't take the population of the neighboring country. You take the population of the country where you are going to take the census of, like for India. So you require the number of Indians only. You don't calculate the refugees or NRIs. Okay, you only collect the data regarding Indian citizens. So Indian citizen becomes a predefined group. Okay, so they are your respondents to gain information and insights into various areas of interest. Okay, so that is what a survey is. It is surveys are usually expensive. You have to spend a lot because it's a very extensive research. Okay, the data pool, data collection, the respondents are quite large in number. Okay, so it becomes an expensive thing to do a survey. Then questionnaires are usually based on paper or even through interview methods. Okay, questionnaires or interviews are used to obtain information on a group of individuals about a process, a product or service. Okay, so there are two types of surveys: questionnaire surveys and interview surveys. Okay, so interviews are conducted with the respondents or face to face or over phone. You can take the interview. Questionnaires, it's a list of questions that you distribute to the respondents. Okay, either physically on paper, or you just email the questionnaire to them. They will respond to it and send it back with their response. Okay, so that is questionnaire and interview. So interview and questionnaire are the two main methods through which a survey can be conducted. Next is brainstorming, one of the main tool of idea generation or solution generation. So brainstorming is a technique that is used to quickly generate a lot of ideas about a problem or topic, because every participant whoever is participating in a brainstorming session, each one of them have to contribute. So you get a lot of ideas. Ideas may be repetitive, okay, but still the number of ideas that you get is more in number. Okay, so it's a group activity and it's a very creative group activity, and everyone's efforts are taken into consideration before you come into a conclusion for a specific problem. Okay, so a group of people meet to generate new ideas and solutions around a specific area of interest, and there are certain guidelines that you have to keep in mind while you conduct a brainstorming session. Okay, so those guidelines, in short, we have put it in the screen here. Okay, so you have to set a direction, which means don't uh, fade away from the topic. Okay, you don't have to, but while discussions are going on, you don't have to move too much away from the main topic of discussion. You have to stay focused and involve everyone. Every participant should be given a chance to portray their ideas, and you have to be open to invite wild ideas, out of the box solutions. Okay, and look for the obvious. Like, people may give you some extraordinary ideas, but that is not at all feasible, or those ideas are not at all reliable. Okay, it may sound way too vague, or it may sound way too conceding. Okay, so look for the obvious. Fertilize. One person will give an idea, and based on that idea, somebody else will get some new idea. That is cross fertilization. Okay, you give a seed of an idea, and somebody else will use that seed and create something that is much more reliable. Okay, suspend judgment. Don't allow other participants to judge each other, poke fun at each other on whatever opinions or ideas that they are sharing. Allow repetitions. Okay, ideas could be repeated, but still it has to be note it down. Okay, don't stop until and unless you find the solution through a brainstorming session, and display all the ideas, each and every ideas that you have found, display it on a whiteboard. And do not rush people, take break in between and stay persistent. Facilitate the structure. The leader, whoever is leading the session, should be very cooperative and coordinative. Motivate members, and if there are any mistakes, correct their mistakes. If they have not understood the problem properly, make them explain the problem to them. The next topic is nominal group technique. Very similar to brainstorming, but slightly different. Okay, it is more structured. This is a very structured technique, more structured technique as compared to brainstorming, because in brainstorming there are pauses, silences. Okay, people do make jokes. They are in a very relaxed setting. Okay, brainstorming session is much more relaxed. The theme of the brainstorming session, even if it is something formal, but it is much more a relaxed, formal kind of a setting. But nominal group technique, it is much more structured. Okay, and time is of an essence here. Okay, every step has a specific time. The participants are given a specific time period within which their ideas have to be brought up. Okay, so there are certain steps in nominal group technique. Okay, in your textbook 5 steps are given, more or less very similar to what we have shown on the screen. So it's a more structured form of a multi-voting, which includes 5 steps. And it involves problem identification. First, you have to identify what is a problem. You have to sort of get a solution for it. And decision making, because choices are given. Whenever a decision making has to be done, you have choice A, choice B. Okay, you have to select any one of them. Okay, when more than one choices are given to you, or more than one solutions are given to you, when you have to make a choice, that's a decision making process. Okay, so it can be used in groups of many sizes who want to make the decisions quickly, and everyone's opinion is also taken into account. Every member of the groups should give their view of the solution with a short explanation. Okay, whoever the person is, they have to explain also whatever solutions you are bringing to the table, you have to explain it also. So the first step in the textbook is introduction and explanation. Okay, in which you as a mediator, if you are conducting the NGT technique, you as a mediator should introduce yourself or the topic and the topic. Okay, why we have gathered here for the NGT session. Okay, so you have to introduce the question. You have to explain the purpose of why this gathering or why this meeting has been brought on. And then the second step is generation of ideas. Okay, so participants are given time to reflect on the summary of previous findings or make their own notes. Okay, because a summary or report will be shown to make them understand what is the problem. You will see some graphs and all to understand what's the current scenario. Okay, what's happening right now. So based on that, the participants will be given a sheet of paper and they will write down all the ideas that comes into their mind with a small explanation. And in 10 minutes, okay, 10 minutes time period is given. And then participants should not talk with each other. Silently, they have to just write down their ideas, whatever comes to their mind. Okay, and they submit the paper. And recording of ideas or sharing ideas. Okay, in this, the facilitator will invite the participants to come up with on the stage with their paper and what ideas they have generated. Okay, a flip chart is used to record everyone's words that is spoken. Okay, and here, uh, if anyone requires more explanation, okay, it is explained. This stage may take around 15 to 30 minutes. Every participant should get an opportunity, and every participant should equally contribute to this step. Okay, everyone has to submit their ideas. Then group discussion or discussing the idea. So now people will discuss each other's ideas. Okay, it is a longer session, up to 45 minutes it may last, because everyone is discussing each other's ideas. Okay, so participants are invited to seek verbal explanation or further details about any ideas that the colleagues have produced, but they don't understand the concept of it. Okay, you must have given some out of the box kind of an idea, and your colleagues may require more explanation from you. Okay, so that explanation and doubt clearance will take place in the discussing of idea. Then ranking idea, this is the ranking and voting phase. You will select 2 to 3 ideas that are best, okay, and that are the final options that you have. And from this final option, the participants are asked to vote for the best. And whatever they have voted the best, that solution will be taken up to be implemented. Okay, so this is the NGT technique. Then you have the multi-voting. So multi-voting, it's a simple step. Okay, choices are given. The last step of NGT, what we have seen, best options are given to you. You have to choose which is the best for right now, for the current scenario. What is the most feasible one to do, easiest one to do? Okay, so broad list of ideas and priorities are there, and you have to choose the best out of it. Okay, you will have 2 or more options. So that after that list of options, participants will vote which they feel the best, and it's like a democracy. The one that has won the most of the votes, that idea will be implemented. Next, we have creative problem solving. So creative problem solving, it's kind of a mental process, because here you are searching for something that is very original and it is previously unknown. This idea was never practiced, never discovered, never invented, something innovative. Okay, something new, innovative, nobody has tried it. Okay, if you want to try something like that, you have to go through the creative problem solving phase. Okay, so it has these 4 different steps. First, you have to clarify what is the objective. Okay, first people should understand the problem properly, only then they can create ideas to solve it. Okay, so clarify the problem, objective or problem, clearly to whoever is the participants, and let them ideate. Ideate means let them sit back, ponder upon the points, ponder upon the question, and find some ideas. Okay, whatever creatively, whatever they can solve. So it may take time. You can't pressurize the people to give the ideas as soon as possible. It may take time. Then you have to develop the ideas. Whatever ideas have come, whatever innovations have come into their mind, you have to put it into a physical form. That is develop. You have to make at least a pilot project or pilot study has to be done. Okay, and if it is successful, whatever you have developed has all the features, okay, that can solve the problem, you finally implement it into large scale. So this is a creative problem solving technique, only used for something that is innovative, something out of the box. Okay, never tried before solutions. In such situations, creative problem solving is opted for. Next is group decision making. So in group decision making, it is a collaborative decision making, another name. Okay, so it is a situation faced when individuals collectively make a choice from the alternatives before them. Okay, the people have uh, option A, option B. Okay, a group of people will be invited and they will be asked to choose any one option. Okay. So the decision is no longer attributable to a single individual. Okay. It is the who is a member of the group, because it will be said that the group has decided to go with this. Okay. A single person, a single individual, even whoever has given this idea, will not be the person who is responsible for the success or failure, because it was the group who have decided on this. Okay. And the decisions made by groups are often different from those made which is made by individual. That is a con here. So it has benefits and disadvantages. Benefits is you are able to leverage knowledge of every participant. Okay, majority of the participants who are invited, who participants of the group who are invited, are the people who already know something about whatever issue is going on. So based on their collective knowledge, you come to the same conclusion. Okay. You will utilize the experience of the organization also. Before also, if same kind of situation was faced, what people have done earlier, and will it work right now? Okay, that can also be tested. But what is the disadvantages? It appeals to the authority. Majority of the people are not risk takers. Okay, so they don't want to go against authority. So they will usually choose the option that pleases the authority. Okay, and it has a group think kind of an attitude. So creative part or an individualistic part is lost. Okay. Then we have affinity diagrams. So when you have large amount of data, okay, ideas, issues, opinions, by 100 people have given you 100 ideas, but this 100 ideas, you have to categorize them. Okay, so that's where affinity diagrams come into play. So whatever, usually even if the if 100 ideas may even come from a small brainstorming session, okay, so you have to put them into categories. So this affinity diagrams helps to improve the entire team to sift through large volumes of data and put them into categories, okay, which are disorganized. It will be organized based on the categories, most common categories that shows up. Then we have the Delphi method. So Delphi method is also a very structured form of communication technique. Okay, and it is interactive, a forecasting method which usually relies on a panel of experts. The experts here answer questionnaires in 2 or more rounds. Okay, and after each round, whoever is the facilitator or agent, they provide an anonymized summary of the expert's forecast. Each and every expert who has participated in the Delphi method, without announcing their name, whatever is the summary of their forecast, that will be announced. Okay, you will not disclose which expert has given this forecast. Okay, and time is given for the people to change their judgments or forecast for the next step. In the next step also, experts are encouraged to revise their earlier answers, okay, based on the replies that you have got during discussion. Your answers will be revised, and again they will write a new conclusion. They will write a new forecast. So this goes on until the entire group comes to a conclusion of a same forecast. Okay, so that is Delphi method. Only experts are invited in Delphi methods. It may go to 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Okay, the motto here is you want to get the exact forecast out of the participants. Okay, you want to get close to the exact forecast by the participants. Okay, for example, if it is an economic forecast, okay, economics best economist of the country will come together, questions will be asked to them, they will write their conclusion, give it. Okay, without announcing their name, conclusions will be read, it will be understood by everyone else, they will discuss a little bit, and in second round again they will have to rewrite the conclusion for the same event. Okay, and we will see after 2 to 3 rounds, everyone is more or less agreeing to the same point. So that point, what they're agreeing towards, becomes the final conclusion or final result that comes out of a Delphi method. So that's about tools to generate ideas. If you have any queries, you can mention in the chat box. We can have a discussion.